motivational speech for the day. Okay? This calculus course is 100 times easier than anything you're going to see in university. Remember that, okay? So if you're going to, hold on a sec. So if you are, guys, so you can't give up. I know you're getting near the end of the year, so you want this course to be over. I understand that. But this last unit involves some good math. All right? So I need you guys to keep your brains open and keep your brains alive on this, please. Okay? And don't give up on this stuff. It's just a little different twist on derivatives. That's all this is. Okay, and still you guys can do it. You guys are awesome at derivatives. If I were to call, instead of y's, if I were to put smaller like x's in there, you'd say, that's such an easy derivative to do. Okay, so you can do this, all right? I'm going to start, I'm going to take, this is supposed to be motivation. It didn't really work that way.
I'm motivated.
I'm motivated. I'm awesome.
Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it around like this. Now hold on a sec. There's no mathematical reason to do that. But the reason I did this is because I want you guys to get confidence. Because it starts easy, medium, difficult for the three derivatives. All right? So, Michael, I'm going to pick on you because I always pick on you. What's the derivative of 4, please? 0. Wonderful. Okay, now here comes the tricky part. What's the derivative of y cubed going to be? Go ahead.
3y squared.
Good. Times what?
Times d over dx.
Close. dy by dx.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm going to let you guys ask the questions right now, because that is the fundamental thing we need to know before I continue. Yes?
Is everything that's just y always times by dy?
Yes. Yes. So y changes dy by dx instantly. That's what it does. Right? So y cubed, 3 comes down 1 times y squared.
So like y squared minus 5 when it's always
Yeah.
d.
So y to the 5 would be 5y4 dy by dx. Yeah. All the d over dx means just take the derivative. That's all it means. Okay? But the problem is it takes, okay, stay with me here, please. I didn't mean to stress the idea of university. Right? I didn't mean to say university. So if
You're going to take feminist studies instead.
you understand dy by dx? Okay. All the dy by dx means is a little tiny small change in y divided by a little small change in x. Right? So that's like your slope. Remember, your first derivative equals slope. That's all it means. So instead of, it being, you think of it like a limit. It's like a limit heading towards 0. It's a very, very tiny small change in y divided by a very, very, very small change in x. That's all that it means. That's the definition of it. Okay? But think of it, dy by dx means they all mean the same thing. Okay, it just, with this note, you cannot use y prime or f prime of x with this notation. It's just the notation is completely different. That's the only thing, but they all mean the same thing. dy by dx means y prime, it also means f prime of x. Is that somewhat helpful? Are you okay on the 3y squared?
That part I understand.
I'm gonna do the next part right now in a second. Yes, and then yes.
Why is like a d over dx like 4?
Just to remind you that you're taking the derivative of everything. Instead of like before where you just had like a y equals something, so then y prime would be on the left hand side or f prime of x, and then you just take the derivative of the stuff on the right. You take the derivative of every single term in here.
Okay, but then wasn't the last question where you just dy and not dy over dx?
Right, but it was like it went like this. Well, that's how it is, but I changed it to this. Because this means the same thing, right?
This way.
They mean the same
But
thing.
was that
No.
Or b equals 1 over d. Rearrange so it's equal to
like y squared?
Okay,
No, I went like this. D over dx y squared equals 2y dy over dx. Okay, let's keep going here, guys, okay? So I feel the class getting away from me here. Yeah, go ahead. Because remember, that's where this chain rule thing came. Right, y squared is equal to 2y dy. Right, because like the 2 comes down to y, and the derivative of y is called plus. Okay, stay with me here. You guys are thinking way too deep on this. Okay, let's keep going. Let's just pretend this. Let's do our product rule then. What's the derivative of x going to equal, please? 1. Okay. What's the derivative of y going to equal? Nope. 1 what? Yeah. So I'm going to call this then plus x. Okay. The thing to remember is the derivative of y gets changed to dy by dx if you're taking it with respect to x. Okay. Now it's time to ask. I'm sorry, Michael, that I snubbed you before. I didn't mean to snub you. Please be brave and ask if you need to. We'll do lots of these. Don't worry. We're going to spend today and tomorrow. As I said, I have enough time to spend an extra day in here. Yeah, go ahead, Emma.
So, is the derivative of x, yeah, it's just derivative of y is dy?
Yeah.
So you just dx over dx.
That's exactly what dx over dx was changed to 1. Yeah.
because of this, since you have like a y in the middle, and you want to just have dy over dx, right?
Yes.
So could you just divide everything by y?
No.
But then that would result in 3y and then x over y.
dy is not like d times y. It's like a small change in y. So you can't treat it like that. Okay, I am going to isolate dy by dx. I'm going to call this negative y equals 3y squared dy by dx plus x dy by dx. Hold on, I'm just doing algebra, Luke. I'm just doing algebra. All right. Who wants to tell me the magic step here? Bailey, go ahead. Thank you. Somebody finish this magical question off. Yeah, go ahead, Derek.
Divide both sides by 3y squared plus x.
Okay. I'm going to give you one more. What time is it? I'm looking for time. I'm going to give you guys one more like this to try, and then we'll call it a day, okay? One more of this difficulty. We'll leave the more harder ones until tomorrow. All right, but I want to make sure, I want to give you guys an opportunity to do this. I know you don't believe this, right, but my goal isn't to make your life miserable, and I'm sorry for that pep talk. It wasn't really a pep talk, but it's true though, okay? Like you have to have your brains open to learning in calculus, right? Okay, so this is one you want to stretch your brain a little bit to get, all right? I'm sorry, I'm not a motivational speaker. I wish I was. We should have Mr. Lacey back here. Remember the day he came in here? He was great. He was a good motivator. All right. Here we go. Example 3.
Yeah, I think you're right. For example, so stretching your brain isn't good.
Okay, I'm going to hit pause in the video. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to try this one out. If this is about the level, guys, after today, I'm hoping you guys can do this one. That's my dream. All right? The thing to remember is, what's the derivative of y? 1 times what? dy by dx, okay?
I said dy.
Yeah.
I just did the program with.
Okay, I'm not going to fight this argument over the internet. All right, can somebody be brave? Can somebody be brave? And I'm going to pick on Hannah. What's the derivative of y going to be, please? Just plain old y. 1 times. Right. So the derivative, guys, stay here with me. So the derivative of y, just change the dy by dx. Okay? That's what the derivative means. Then we're going to take the derivative of 3x squared y. Now, I was kind to you. I know you don't think that I'm kind, but that's a product rule similar to what we just did. Okay, so let's start. What's the derivative of 3x squared? 6x. So this is going to be equal to 6xy plus what? 3x squared? Excellent. Now let's just talk about how we got that. The derivative of just plain y, change the dy by dx, right? That's the derivative of just plain y goes to. All right? Thank you, Alistair. One person that's not negative energy, so I appreciate your positive energy, Alistair. Now you're going to say I don't have positive energy, but you do. And I forgot, plus d. Okay, now I'm going to pick on James for this one. James, what's the derivative of x cubed, please?
3x squared.
Very good. Okay, now's the time to be brave and ask. Okay, because I got about 6 minutes left. Okay, so every time you take the derivative of just plain y, change the dy by dx. If it's like y squared or something, you have to chain it. All right, so to bring the thing down. To solve this question, what am I going to do? Emma, since you're going to test me at lunch, I'm testing you now. If I want to isolate dy by dx, what am I going to do? Too much? Okay, too much. Go ahead.
You move over 3x squared d and y over dx.
Yep. Is that a question, Mike, or an answer?
Question.
You go ahead.
What was the chain rule for the x squared?
Oh, we don't need a chain rule for the x squared, right? We just think the derivative of x squared is just 2x, right? So that's all it is. X's, you don't need to worry about that dy over dx stuff because the dx's cancel out. Right? The only thing you have to worry about it for is when you take the derivative of y. That's the only time.
Why would it have to be the chain rule for the x squared?
Yeah, well, technically, I'm going to erase this, but technically you do. If you do d by dx, 3x squared, that's going to be 1 over dx times 6x times dx, right? Because that's like your derivative of x is dx. So then dx and dx cancel, so that's just equal to 6x, right? So it's the same thing, but we just ignore it because dx over dx just cancels. Okay. Chris, you got a question or an answer?
Answer.
Go ahead.
Okay, so then you take out the dy over dx, and then it becomes dy over dx bracket 1 minus 3x squared.
Okay. Alan, for the last answer of the day, and then you can get ready to answer biology for the next 75 minutes of your life. To isolate dy by dx, what do I need to do?
I'm going to fill 1 minus 3x squared.
Very good. Okay, I'd like you to try some of these for tonight for homework to give an attempt. We're going to spend probably at least half a period tomorrow before I get into word problems. Maybe I'll just leave word problems altogether until Monday. Okay. And we'll just do more of this stuff. I will give you one question for homework tonight. We'll do the rest. Page 170, number 4.
It's getting catered like that.
I didn't even write it.
I just
did 170.
That's even worse.
Good. Actually.
Okay, if you can get your test back, come see me in this room at lunch, and I should have it, or I'll be able to mark it in 2 minutes or less. Or after school, you can check in before you go on the bus. I'll be here. Okay, so if you didn't get your or tomorrow, if you're not stressed out about it, you get tomorrow class as well too. Okay. One other thing, guys, before you go. Actually, 2 other things. Number 1, the mark that you get on the top of your test paper. So I'm embarrassed. Emma had a 99 on hers. Okay, no, she didn't quite. Okay, whatever the numbers on the top, I haven't dropped her lowest test yet. Okay, so let's say that you're sitting at a 67, but you had a test at 20, that 20 is still included in there. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Secondly, Emma, I'm not going to beat Mr. Hilliard because I've been trying to remember a battery to bring in for the last few weeks and I haven't remembered. So my memory is awful. So there's a lot of pressure on me here. No, because I think I'm not going to for much today at lunch.
How's that?
That's a lot of every time we graph we never actually in our example.
Really?
Yeah, like that's all we did.
I didn't get a
So
6.5.
not really take off how, like I understand, like this is examples, but like since I studied examples,
Alright, okay, just, can you fight with me about tomorrow?
Yay, maybe I won't.
yeah,
Maybe I'll get a bonus mark.
I just didn't know if you realized.
I didn't realize that. I expected that